Live chat, super chat, none. Hideout chat, top chat. You can put people in timeout for different lengths of time. Raise from 10 seconds to 24 hours. Share, mute, microphone, save highlights. This is a test. I don't know. I didn't know I could go live from mobile without 1,000 subs. I guess you can go live from mobile without 1,000 subs, but there's just restrictions. I hadn't really figured that out yet. I don't know who's in there. If you're in there, say something in the chat so I can see who you are. Because the chat hasn't started going. There you go. It's Jeff. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, bud? I appreciate the messages and all the videos you're watching and leaving comments for me. I really do. It says that you can go live from mobile without 1,000 subs, and the only people that are allowed are the people who your subs plus 25, and the number goes up the more popular you go. So apparently I can go live from mobile right away, and it'll go straight to YouTube, and any of my subs can watch it, which I don't, when I got 530 subs or something, any of my subs can watch it, and extra 25 people who aren't my subs can watch it. So I guess that's the goal of 1,000 subs, is to actually be able to go live where anybody can watch it, like a news broadcast or, somebody who's in the middle of doing some protest or something. They're not going to just want their 50 subs to see it. They're going to want everybody on the planet to see it. So I plan on going live tonight. I just got home from having the baby, and I didn't right now I'm taking care of the kids. Once the kids are done, get in bed, I'm gonna go in the shop and set up the computer and see if I can't get something going on. I didn't realize I go live from my phone right here, because I would. I don't know if it works best. It says anti-rotate device, so apparently I can't. Whenever you start your live, you got to keep it upright, or if you start it sideways, you can keep it sideways, but you can't have it. You can't flop it while you're in the middle of it. Calm down there, girl. Anyway, it's storming over here where I'm at, south of Tulsa, and I think I'm gonna try some new live stuff. I'm gonna start doing live a couple times a week. I think a little different. Some Q&A, some talking with people and chatting with people, like a lot of these other guys do to build subs. But I think I'm gonna start doing like a trapping newscast live, and kind of absorb all the information I can from the local and the around the country when it comes to trapping, having to do with law changes and upcoming seasons, information that's going on, news information that's happening, and then putting it out on the internet, and weekly or bi-weekly, to kind of keep a good video going, an hour or two, maybe 3 hours of just talking about trapping, running stuff off other people. Eventually get to the point where we're bringing other people in to do lives, but I don't know who else is in there. I don't know if it'll show me who's here unless they comment. It says there's a second person now, but it's just Jeff and whoever else the other person is. But yeah, the live chat just runs right on the bottom of the thing. I've never gone live on the phone. I didn't know you could until you had 1,000 subs. I've been pushing for 1,000 subs as much as I can to get to that point. I just realized today on my phone it said go live. I clicked it and it let me set it up, and boom, it opened right up. So it said 25 plus. I got a letter in the mail today. I'll probably talk more about tonight, since we'll only see this by a couple people probably. But the Oklahoma Fur Bears Alliance, the trapping organization I'm part of, this is an election year, but they apparently don't have enough people here. It says there will not be an election this year because of not enough people wanting to be an officer or director. So I guess a lot of guys are busy and they just don't have the time and extra money to be able to go take care of the stuff for the trapping organization. Which I guess it's only about 4 or 5 weekends a year where they have to take time off to go get out there and do it, but it's still taxing because they're traveling, and they're coming to a place where they've got to set everything up and they've got to host everybody. And the last time we voted, it was Gary Jarman as president, Brad Thormew as vice president, and R.C. Edgar, who had been the president for the two two stints before that, I think, R.C. Edgar was the treasurer, and now they just sent out a thing saying because there's not enough people that want to be an officer to hold an election, here's the officer and directors list. So they just basically put out a letter saying these are the people that are going to be in charge, and it's all changed. Noah Smith, who's out east of me, I think, he's the president. My buddy Matt Yoakum is the vice president. That's a good choice. And then a friend of mine, Evan Crosby, he's been doing a lot of the work with the website and everything else. He's the secretary and treasurer. And then in the directors list, there's what, 5, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 directors. I think there's usually 12. But seems like there's 11 now. So I'll probably talk about that later on and kind of get into that a little bit. Get into the fur market report from the most recent Trappers Post that's for September, October. And kind of talk a little bit about some of the animals in my local area that I'm going to actually be trapping. And what, kind of what they're expecting on prices right now. Of course, this could change. You could have, anything could happen. We could have, diesel could hit $6.50 a gallon and shut down, truckers in places all over the country and cause inflation to skyrocket through the roof. And you might think that some of these items will get cheaper in value because it's harder to get it to where it's going, or maybe it'll go up in value if there's more desire to have it in another place. So we don't know. How's it going? Raining on us out there, huh?
Yeah, it just started.
Yeah. It rained here for about an hour and a half earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway.
You want to eat?
Who? Oh, the dogs. Anyway. I'll step out front here. But pretty cool deal. Being able to go live from the phone without having just wet, and we're getting some good rain. Days of rain, maybe 4 inches of rain, 6 inches of rain in the last 4 months, 5 months, and almost all that happening in the last month. We're actually starting to get some moisture now, where it's not just all running off, but we're getting some soaking going in. It's slow soaked for about, over 2.5 hours today. It sprinkled pretty good at different spots around here. Tulsa started raining before we headed back this way. And now you've got some decent rain for the next 12, 14 hours. So we're gonna get soaked pretty good here, which is good. The pond need it. The waterways need it. You had a lot of runoff. Well, I say runoff. It just fell right into the ground. It ran off into the cracks and didn't run off into any of the ponds or any of the creeks the last few times it rained. And now it looks like if this rains through for the next 3, 4, 5 hours, like talking about, we might actually fill up some ponds. So that's a good deal. Hey, Mark, what's up, bud? Glad to see you. I was telling Jeff and a couple of the other guys that had already been watching that I just figured out I could go live from the phone without 1,000 subs. I thought you had to have 1,000 subs to go live from the phone and be able to, but the truth is that's not the case. That's just to go live for anybody to watch it. And the only people even seeing my stuff are people that are my subs. So if you have under 1,000 subs, you can go live to the people who subscribe to you and to 25 extra people that haven't subscribed to you yet. So I'm not really using live stream to gain subs. I'm kind of using live stream just to kind of contact with you guys and get to talk with folks. Because I didn't do much. Sorry, my dog was going to throw up on the porch. I just kicked him off the porch. I didn't do much community. I said this in my last live. The community on I've been making videos and putting them on YouTube for a few years, and I never got involved in the community. I don't know any of you folks, so other than the people I've just kind of met in the last couple months. So it's cool to get on and chat with you guys a little bit. So I'm doing good, Mark. Jeff, you said you got 1/10 of an inch last night, and it's dry, 5 foot down. Yeah, I'll bet it's still dry. Handful of feet down here too. I'll bet 5, 6 foot down it's dry. Definitely top 2 foot are probably wet right now, but my food plot's doing good. It's not really grown up real big, but it's in a good spot. And It's I went down there and looked at it today. I've got a representation of all 10 of the seeds that we put down in there growing. And deer season started the first, the day the baby was born. So, or was he born the second? Hell, I don't remember what day it was anymore. Fourth, yeah. So he's born the first. Um, and I haven't got out yet, but I'm thinking about getting the crossbow out tonight. And I don't know, some people say that's cheating, but I got 10 acres. I don't even have 10 acres. I live on 10 acres with 5 adults and a bunch of kids, a bunch of dogs. And we got a little over half-acre plot set up. And that crossbow will knock them down on my property, so I don't have to chase them somewhere else to get them. The guy just to the guy that borders us on the north and the east side, and his 150 that's our 10 is cut out of, he won't let me deer hunt. He'll let me kill all the coyotes I want. He'll let me even trap down here if I want to on a couple of these ponds he's got, but he won't. They will not let me deer hunt. And his son-in-law, his son-in-law doesn't hunt, but his son comes down and hunts about, I don't know, 3 days out of the year. And they got, I mean, sometimes we'll sit out here and there's 16 deer out in this field after they cut it. It's been beans before. Right now it's silage. At other times it's different things. They never put corn in there, but they put a bunch of different stuff in there at different times. And they come in and cut it. And as soon as they cut it, for 2-3 weeks after that, the deer are in there and they just walk a line all the way through it, nice and calm. Because I keep all the coyotes pretty well knocked down right here. So, anyway, like I said, I don't really plan on sticking around. I just wanted to see how this worked. I guess I can go live from the phone anytime I want if I got signal, which is good. It's good for watch hours. It's good for getting to know folks. Like I said, Mark, you might have been listening. I was talking to Jeff earlier when he was the only one in here. I'm gonna start doing a live stream. I'm not sure if it's gonna be once a week or twice a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. Anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours of just trapping news. I'm gonna absorb everything I can out of these trapping publications. I just ordered a new one today, and probably every check for the next month, I'll order a new one. And I let my NTA and FTA memberships lapse, so I don't get either one of those publications. And I've got OFBA for the next year and a half, 2 years, and that's just Trapper's Post. So I just ordered the Trapper Mag, which is Trapper and Predator Caller, and then I'm gonna get on to the FTA publication, which is Fur Takers, and the NTA publication, which is American Trapper, and then there's one more, Trapping World, I think, or something like that. And I'm going to get all those round up. And if there's any other publications out there that I'm not aware of other than the one that Texas puts out, because I know I was a member of the Texas one for a year, and I think I got 4 publications from them. Maybe it was one a month, I forget. I thought it was one a quarter, but it might have been one a month. But they got decent publications. There's a lot of information out there that a lot of guys don't know. We learn about it by getting on the internet and reading. And these days, the youngsters and people, a lot of people, not youngsters, a lot of us aren't youngsters, are sitting here right now. But a lot of people are into learning their news from the internet and watching YouTube. And I've never seen a trapping news TV show, and if there is, I just don't know about it. So I'm thinking about doing like a really kind of basic live where I go over a lot of the stuff that I think is important whenever it comes to trapping news and information that's out currently, current events. And then once the spring hits and I start, kind of doing a little bit more editing and a lot less trapping, I'll probably actually set up, the podcast stuff that I have, do a little studio. And you'll have like a news ticker, and then you'll have, the whole thing set up just like a regular news channel. But it'll just be me all by myself talking shit on YouTube. And I'll try to keep the cuss words out. I know there might be kids involved. Hey, Dusty, how you doing, bud? I don't self-censor very often. Sometimes I say stuff, sometimes I don't. But I'm just getting on here, Dusty, letting people know what's going on and what I was thinking. And I'm going to get on tonight and probably actually sit down and do a live about 8:30, 9 o'clock for about an hour and a half. And just kind of get a little lighthearted and talk crap with everybody that's on there. See if we can't get anybody in. But I appreciate you guys jumping in. That's what, 15 minutes, and just sit here chatting and BSing. And I can go live from the phone anytime apparently, and it only goes directly to only goes directly to my subs. So anybody who wants to watch it either has to sub, or up to 25 people can do it. Yeah, Jeff, I agree. I don't watch much TV either. I just don't have time. I watch YouTube now more than I ever did. I used to just put videos on YouTube and I would go search for stuff on YouTube when I wanted to watch something, when I wanted to learn something, when there was like a topic on my mind, but I never really got on YouTube and browsed. I don't go dig through. I don't doom scroll YouTube, or, I've gotten caught doom scrolling Twitter more often than I should. But I don't. I got a TikTok, but I don't doom scroll TikTok. I just make stuff on there, and then I reply to stuff that are sent to me, and I watch some of my buddies' stuff on TikTok when I see it. But I don't get on TikTok and just look at anything. And if it's not trapping related or outdoors related, I like a lot of fishing stuff too. If it's not, related outdoors, really, I don't even spend my time on it, really. And I'm the kind of guy, I don't dislike watching whitetail hunts and, bear hunting and stuff. But to me, it's not enough action. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of, cinematography. There's a lot of music. And it's either not funny enough to keep your attention, or you don't want to sit there for 25 to 45 minutes to watch them kill one animal. I like action. I like it where they cut it down. There's a lot of good YouTube channels that, they do, they put out information, and you'll learn a lot in a 8 or 15-minute video, but they cut all the extra crap out of it. So you just jump right in, and there's never a dull moment. Your head's always like boom, 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 and then you can actually pay attention to it. But when it comes to a lot of the whitetail hunting and the bear hunting and stuff you see, it's cool to see the results. Sometimes it sucks to sit there for 30 minutes and watch it, and that's why I like trapping, because the trapping videos I try to put out, it's action all the time. You're not going to sit. I'm not going to sit there and talk for 25 minutes about one animal, and then we're going to catch it, or we're going to talk. We're going to have a catch and talk about it within 3 to 5 minutes every time, and then flip to another one and get on down the road. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm gonna sit here and watch the storm and go take care of the girls, get them all settled up and get them ready for bed. And then once they all go to bed, I'm gonna go back into the house and set everything, or in the shop, set everything up, and I'll jump on and go live. So unless one of these other guys are live, unless Next Gen, Iowa Trapper, I've never seen Jinx go live, but I'm sure he does. I've seen Mark. Usually when Mark goes live, he goes live with like a panel of other guys, and some of those guys I know of just because I've seen their channels, I've seen them in the chats. But a lot of those guys I don't actually know, and I don't really know Mark or know Jinx, but I've just met them. They follow my stuff and they send me some messages, and we chat back and forth online on socials, and they've been cool. Those guys are really cool. But if any of those guys go live or Trapper J go live, I'll just watch. But if I'm the only person that's up, 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight, then I'm going to jump on and just kind of BS for a while. So I'll see you guys then. I can go live from the phone. I won't do it too often, but I will be able to do it on the trap line, which is badass. So until then, Dominion out.